you're considering buying Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP, this video is probably for you. I'm gonna tell you, I've played it a bit, so I'm gonna tell you what I think, really, of the game. Played it back in the day on the 360, it was great, a lot of fun. And then the remaster's out, obviously, so I got it, played it. Like I said, so, yeah, getting into it, I'm gonna start with the good things. Being that there's really not that, this is going to sound bad, there's not that many good things, but there's also not that many bad things, so it kind of balances out. It looks okay, it says it's back in 4K, I can't actually honestly tell the 4K-ness of it, because, I don't know, it's just the kind of game it is, the textures and whatnot. See, a game like Metro Exodus, if that was in 4K, you can tell it's 4K. But this is just kind of like an arcade beat 'em up sort of game, so you can't really tell if it's 4K or not. But I mean, it looks good. It looks alright. Probably looks better. I should have actually booted up the old 360 and gone back and played the original version to see what it's like. But yeah, the original version I'm guessing 720p. This version's better, so it's all good in the graphical aspect of it. It plays nicely. Controls are fine. The only thing I wish I could do is rebind controls, so I could put heavy and light attacks to RT and RB, so I can have full control of the camera mid-fight, since in this game, if you don't know what it is, oh, you probably do know what it is if you're watching this video, there's a lot of zombies at any one time, so you want to like be able to spin around and turn around and look at what's happening, because more often than not, I end up attacking zombies to my front, and then just attacking zombies behind me without turning the camera, because I don't want to turn the camera. That's simple as it is, really. You could claw grip it, but it would not be as easy as Dark Souls. The story so far is pretty funny. Again, it's been like 9 years since I actually played this game, so I don't remember anything about it really. But like the story, I mean, so the story is pretty damn funny. It's a really goofy, likable story that you would definitely enjoy, I would say, if you're a fan of just cheesy one-liners and not fourth wall breaks, but I don't know how to explain it really. It's a good story and it's got funny characters in it. But yeah, it is obviously like a proper OG 360 title from the best era of gaming, so it plays like that, it feels like that. It's one of the best games. I mean, not one of the best, it's one of the most, how would I explain this? It's not one of the best games ever, but it's one of the most notable games of the best era in gaming. That was a weird way to explain it, but yeah, hopefully you understand what that means. I don't, but whatever. It's got in-game unlockables, so you can earn medals and unlock things with them. That's fun, you know, gives you more things to do in the game. It is just a genuinely fun game, arcade style beat 'em up with good zombie fun, you know, just like cutting arms off, heads off, fun boss fights, goofy character lines from your character Juliet and her head of a boyfriend. It's funny, you know, it's good. It's very akin to, there's an old game series called Oni-chan-bara. Probably butchered the name in there, but yeah, that game series is kind of like this, where you're playing as a chick who has a weapon and there's a bunch of zombies. And it's a third person beat 'em up. So yeah, if you like the Oni-chan-bara games, you'll like this. And then obviously, to finish the good points, there are some pretty skimpy outfits you can buy with those medals that I mentioned, those medallion things. So you can buy skimpy outfits for your main character to wear, Juliet. If you're a sad sack who gets no pussy and you are maidenless. No, kidding. But yeah, you've got a bunch of different outfits to where you can like dress up as your sister in the game. Not your sister, but like Juliet's sister. You can dress up as the dad, you can dress up as the mom, you can dress up as just casual clothes. There's a bunch of different costumes to wear, so it's pretty fun. And I don't know if there's an achievement tied to it, I haven't really checked, but yeah. After all that, getting into the bad parts of the game, and bad is I don't think I would class it as bad, just negative con. I mean, it is all a synonym of bad, but I don't want to say bad because bad makes it sound really bad. But anyway, the main issue I have with the game is the cost. 40 quid, £40, 37, whatever it is a lot of money for what it is. if it was £20, £25, much better. 100% worth the price if it was only 20 quid. Case in point, there's a remaster of another incredible goddamn game that I really liked back in the day called Shadows of the Damned coming out, and it is 19 and 99 pence. 19 Great British pounds and 99 pence. So it can be done. I mean, you can remake these games, you can remaster these games and not have it be £40, which is too much for this game. Because another con that I have with the game is that it doesn't feel, look, play, and seem to be much different than the original. It actually, honestly, looks more like a port than a remaster. So what I was saying about the graphics and how it says it's 4K, but it doesn't look 4K, that's what I mean, kind of, by that. It is literally just like a port instead of a remaster. So I don't know if I actually explained. I don't know if it actually states it's a remaster, but it's called RePOP. So you'd assume that's like their goofy, fun way of saying it's a remaster, because Lollipop. But yeah, you're basically spending an extra. I mean, you could probably pick this game up in the 360 for what, like less than a tenner these days. So you're spending 4 times the price from the original version on something that is pretty much the same thing, just with a better frame rate, which is not great, really, these days. Another issue I've had with the game, another con, sometimes the audio will just drop out. It will just cut, like the audio will just cut, and then it will come back in a couple of seconds later from when I'm doing things like slice, like using the chainsaw, that sort of thing. Like using the chainsaw, and some cutscenes, the audio's just disappeared, and then come back a couple of seconds later, which is kind of weird. It throws you out, throws you off. But I mean, I would say it's not much of an issue, but realistically speaking, it's a possible remaster of a game that has come out in 2024. There shouldn't be issues like that. It shouldn't be a problem. So there's that. And then obviously with the audio issues, there's been also a few graphical issues with the game, where in like cutscenes, objects will just phase in and out, or out and in even, because they'll be there, they'll just disappear and come back in, or they'll just sort of like clip through each other, and it looks really weird, and then sometimes they'll just disappear altogether. So there's a few issues with the engine of the game engine, with the graphics, the audio. The game is too expensive, and that's pretty much all for the cons. And that pretty much sums it up. If you want to spend, I would say, do not spend £40 on the game. Do not pay full price. Buy the game on sale, or if you have credit or something, use the credit to buy the game, or take money off the game, because £37, whatever it is not. It's way too much for the game. Almost double what I'd pay for it. $19.99 would be fine. $24.99, I'd give it that. £30, nah. £40, definitely no. So yeah, that's the main issue. That's the main cons of the game. I would recommend it. Having said that, I'd recommend getting it on sale when it's not full price, because again, the game is fun. It's a laugh. It's a goofy, funny game. Kento Chambara again. It's also kind of reminiscent of Shadows of the Damned, because like the humour in it, I mean, and the characters. And it also made me think of an old game on the 360 called Splatterhouse. If that was remastered, I would be all over that, because that was awesome as well. So it's kind of like that game, like that kind of style of combat. But yeah, this has been my sort of review. I wouldn't really call it a review, I'd call it like a breakdown of Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP. So yeah, if you want to buy this game, I would recommend getting it on sale. If you just have the £40 sitting there, go for it. Why not? I did. And I don't regret buying it full price, but I could definitely tell. I would definitely say that it should be less than £37, whatever that it is. I don't, not like shit talking the developers, but there's issues in the game that shouldn't be in the game. And that pretty much sums it up. I'd recommend it. It's fun, but don't pay full price. It's overpriced. And yeah, that pretty much sums this video up. So hopefully you watch this video and it gave you good information, and then use that information to base Your decision on. If it did, then like the video. If you want to leave a comment, then do that too. There's other games that I want to do this for as well, like Blood Rain, but that's for another video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content, and also subscribe. No, I just don't have anything else to say there really. Have a good day or night. Goodbye.